Hi friends, yay, welcome back to Strathmore's 2021 online workshop series. This is Shelly Kim, also known as Letters by Shells. I am so happy that you are here because in today's lesson, we will be learning all about how to paint a colorful floral wreath using watercolors while also applying the same techniques from the previous class. For this lesson, I will be using the following supplies: the Daler-Rowney palette, along with the Daler-Rowney Aquafine watercolor tube paints in the 12 color set. I'll also be using the Strathmore Ready Cut watercolor paper in the 5x7 size, and of course a cup of water. And I'll also be using the Princeton Velvet Touch round brush in size 4. Additional items you can also have is a pencil, eraser, a round circle for the wreath, and not pictured here, but I'll also be using the Lyra Aqua Brush Duo pen. Before starting the painting process, let's go ahead and prep our watercolor palette. So I'm just going to be using the tubes here and the empty palette. There are two options on using this palette. You can use it directly after the paint has been poured into each of the wells, or you can also leave it out for 24 hours until the paint's hardened because they'll rehydrate with water, and then you can also use it that way. For this project, I'll be using it directly from the paint tubes. Before painting the floral wreath, I like to actually sketch everything out so that way I can visually see where the florals and leaves will be placed on the wreath itself, and this will give me a clear idea of what to paint, and that way I'm not trying to squeeze it all in the end and fit everything into the wreath. For this wreath, I plan to only have the florals on the left hand side, and the remainder of the wreath will be covered in different variations of leaves. And here I'm just sectioning off the wreath itself, and just to have an indication as to where the florals and the leaves will be placed as well. To paint the loose floral, I'm going to grab some pigment and paint some C strokes using the belly of the paintbrush. And these strokes are going to be very pigmented. After I paint these 3 strokes, I'm going to rinse my paintbrush in water and start pulling the pigment and start painting bigger C strokes around that center point. Well, you'll notice that the center point is going to be very pigmented and it gets softer as the floral gets bigger. A quick thing to note is that whenever you are painting the C-stroke curves, make sure that there's also a good balance of negative space in between those C-stroke curves to give the illusion of a rose and floral. So at this point, I'm just going to paint some more C-strokes just around it and try to give the illusion of petals for this floral. And as you're painting more C-stroke curves, if you're noticing that the pigment is not as pigmented, feel free to also drop a little bit more pigment into the areas that are still wet, and that'll help the floral become a little bit more vibrant. For the next illustration, I'll be painting the loose leaf, and this is going to be the exact same one as lesson 1, where I start with a light upstroke and paint almond-shaped leaves. For the second set of leaves, it's going to be really similar to the first one, but instead of painting almond-shaped leaves, I'll be painting teardrop shapes. And I find it easier to make an outline of the leaf first and then fill it in afterwards. And for the third set of leaves, it's going to be really similar to the first one, but instead the leaves is going to be a longer almond-shaped leaf. For the next set of florals I'll be painting, I'm going to paint an upside down triangle and leave a little bit of negative space as I fill in the shape. And then painting a couple more strokes using the belly of my paintbrush, almost like C-shaped strokes around that initial shape. And just painting a few more strokes to give the illusion of a floral. Then painting a bigger C-shaped stroke underneath it to complete that floral. And I'll be painting another variation of it. This one's going to be a little bit more different because in the negative space is going to be placed in different positions, and I'm going to also paint more petals with this floral. And just go ahead and complete the florals by adding a light downstroke for the stem. For the next set of florals, I'll be painting a cluster of dots that are very pigmented and then washing it out with water by just drawing loose paint strokes around it. And here's just another example of it. And just finishing it off with the stem afterwards. Yay, it's finally time to paint a simple floral wreath together. So for the first step, I'm going to outline a circle to use as a guide. And then I'm going to paint a loose floral on the left-hand side around the center point area. So this is going to be the exact same techniques that we were doing earlier, and painting a bunch of C-shaped strokes and having the center point being very pigmented, and then painting looser C strokes around that center point. And afterwards, using another color, I'm going to paint another floral underneath the first floral that we painted. After the two florals are done, I'm going to now start painting my individual leaves. And this one is going to be the almond shaped leaves. And then I'm going to turn my paper around a few times just to help me paint the individual leaves. For the second set of leaves, I'm going to paint the teardrop shaped leaves just by outlining the leaves first and then filling it afterwards. For the last set of leaves, I'm going to draw the one similar to the first set, but just having longer almond-shaped leaves. Feel free to also have the tips go in different directions. This is going to help with the flow and direction of the leaf itself. And I'm going to paint a few leaves that are smaller and some that are bigger. After the wreath has fully dried, I'm going to use my pencil to hand letter the word yay. Feel free to also reference a practice sheet guide for lettering practice. And then I'm going to use a brush pen to trace over the word yay that I sketched out. Just remember, when you are brush lettering, for the downstrokes always apply heavy pressure, and for the upstrokes always apply light pressure. And there you have it for the first floral wreath. Let's go ahead and paint another floral wreath together. This one's going to be the exact same floral wreath that we painted earlier with the same composition of the two florals and the 3 different leaf variations. But I also wanted to now add a pop of color and paint other loose florals around the entire wreath. So I'm going to paint the loose florals again. and then adding the variations of leaves throughout the wreath. For the second set of leaves, I thought it would be fun to mix the colors yellow and green together to create a lighter shade of green, and this will just add a nice contrast to the wreath. Afterwards, I'm going to add a few more embellishments and florals around the wreath. These are going to be the same illustrations that we reviewed earlier. And then just using different colors, I'm going to paint a few more smaller florals around the wreath. Feel free to also take a step back and just visually see where exactly you want to place more of the florals around the wreath. And one thing to note is that you can also add more leaves throughout the wreath if you feel that there are a lot of florals going on. And I'm just going to add some finishing touches and add the stems for the florals. And now I'm just going to add a smaller cluster of dots around the wreath just to make it look like smaller florals. After the wreath has fully dried again, I'm going to now hand letter using a pencil. I'm just going to hand letter the letter M. And feel free to also reference the practice guide for additional guidance. And then using the brush pen, I'm going to make sure that my downstrokes are heavy pressure and my upstrokes are light pressure. Yay, and that's it. Thank you again for joining me. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson on painting colorful floral wreaths. I cannot wait to paint with you in the next class where we will be painting an all over fruit and veggie pattern using brush pens. See you then. Bye!